I got an article here for our good friends with MMA Junkie, and I'm reading about Jiří Procházka, and I'm reading about his return. And I got to tell you, I'm a Procházka fan, and I'm also the only person in the world speaking about Procházka. I mean, MMA Junkie wrote this article today. Today, it's the fourth article down. It was written today. The former world champion who did not lose his championship is the number 4 article down on a really slow news week. I don't say that to put him down. I say it to let you know, literally, I deserve credit. Whatever comes out of my mouth about Prochazka, I should be deemed, and they should be grateful, truly. But I mean this truly, because I've heard from some Prochazka people, and they're not crazy about it, and I really don't understand that. I could quit talking about you like everybody else, or I could bear. I mean, does it count? Does Junkie really get credit for talking about him when they buried him 4 down, and it's a slow news week, right? Well, here's what we got. You want to know why it's the 4th from the top? Because as per usual, we have a whole bunch of nothing. If you took the time to read the article, you've wasted your time. If it took you 5 minutes, you've wasted 4 minutes and 45 seconds of your life. Let's get right to the high spots. I think he's got to be one of the best strikers in the game, Prochazka told the All-Star about Alex Pereira. Light heavyweight, we will see. I'm ready. What the hell does that mean? Light heavyweight, we will see. This is the light heavyweight champion who is returning to light heavyweight. They've held up an entire division for him, but now he says we'll see. So I guess Prochazka's not a light heavyweight anymore. If you were to ask him, maybe he is, maybe he's not. We'll see. Okay. Good enough. Let's see. I've changed myself. Like Glover, if I have to choke him, I will choke him. It doesn't matter. That's what's fighting about. You have to adjust. Very true. Helpful. He was on top of the middleweight, so I think he deserves some top position at light heavyweight, Prochazka said. He defeated Jan Blachowicz. That's true. That is true. It was not 100% for that, but okay. He defeated him. So here is the title fight. All right. So he's announced himself as the number 1 contender in a division that he won't confirm he's going to compete at. And he's found who his challenger is in Alex Pereira. Now, regardless of how we got there, or regardless of if anyone's informed Prochazka that he is a light heavyweight and that he'll return to light heavyweight, regardless of all of that, he's still right. It's still going to be for the title. It's still going to be him, and it's still going to be Alex Pereira. Like, no matter what word salad we had to do to get there, he is right. He's at least got it right. Now, we speak about the date with the UFC. I hope it will be this year. Maybe October, November, December. Guys, I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. This is one of the hard parts when you're in my position. When you come out and you got to find out somebody's upset about you for talking about it, I'm saying what he said. I'm not throwing in Chael words. I haven't made fun of him anywhere. He said it might be this year, and then he stated the months that are in the year. Like, I didn't, it might be October, it might be November, it might be December. What if it's next year, Prochazka? Might it be January? Or might it be February? Or might it be March? Might it be a Friday? Or might it be a Saturday? I mean, come on, you can't give me a hard time. I'm reading his words. That's my promise. To show the best version in the cage every time it's about evolution. Look. You want to know why it's 4th down from the top? We haven't learned anything except for the months in a year. Why won't they tell the most interesting part of the story? I mean, it's not how dare Prochazka. Whatever secret they're keeping is their business. It's the person that interviewed him. He could have asked him a real question, and then he could have written no comment. He could have written Prochazka chose to not comment on this. Why would they not ask him? In December of last year, you suffered what was stated to be the worst injury ever seen to a shoulder. On social media 30 days later, which, by the way, December, and it's followed by, I think Prochazka would know this one, January. Yes, that's right. It's another month of the year. In January, Prochazka stated that he was coming back. No, that was great news. That's miraculous. We don't want somebody to have the worst injury ever. We don't want somebody's career over. We don't want any type of thing like that. We are, however, owed a little bit of an explanation of how we got from this to this. Was it just a misdiagnosis? People make mistakes all the time. We're done here. We're done here forever. Or was there more? And if in January he said that he was in fact ready when Jamal Hill became the champion of the world at the end of January, why did Jamal sit without an opponent in February, in March, in April? Why did Jamal not even have a speculation of an opponent that he could start talking to in the media in May or in June or until he relinquished in July? If we believed it was going to be Prochazka and we were just waiting to get Prochazka cleared, he said back in January he was ready. Was that a misstatement? Was that wishful thinking? Every bit of information I have from Prochazka, I got from Prochazka. He's anything but a troll. Anything but a troll. We found out that he was hurt from him. We found out it was his shoulder from him. We found out he was giving his belt back and not going to go through the main event. Like everything he's ever told us has been true. I would have no reason to question the January date. The only reason I do question the January return date, as he said on social media, is the fact that Jamal and he were never booked. And now Jamal's out of the picture, and now we're moving on, which looks like to be Alex Pereira at light heavyweight, which Jiří says that he's considering doing in one of the months of the year, of which there was only 12. You literally get nothing from this story. But moreover, why are they not asking him the questions to the story? You would fight for the world championship? That seems like a really big fight. Seems like a very meaningful fight. It is the perennial division in the history of the UFC, light heavyweight. It's where Randy Couture was. It's where Tito Ortiz was. It's where Frank Shamrock was. That's where Chuck Liddell was. It's where the late great Kevin Randleman was. I mean, it could go on and on. It's a perennial fight. We don't know. It's going to be sometime. And now let me tell you the months of the year. Here's the dartboard. Come on, man. Come on. That is crap journalism that deserves to be fourth down from the top.